way down here. Hi, Aries. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I am here to do your December tarot and cartomancy reading. I should say Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. And I have everything laid out and prepared, and I've kind of had a look at it. And I'm glad to be back home. Yesterday and the day before, I was on the road with my boyfriend, my man, Ronnie, and we had to go about 4 or 5 hours away. And so I did a video in the hotel room, and it was a mess. It was a disaster. The dogs kept barking. Oh my God, it was awful. I have to apologize to Pisces. But anyway, I'm back home and back to the normal routine again. So, anyway, Aries, lots of changes coming up. And like I've been saying to everyone, October, November were doorways where you were crossing a threshold. You were bringing change into your life and transforming, going through a transformation within yourself and exterior of yourself in your life. And you're ready to make changes. At that time, you were transforming, you were changing, you were thinking, you were kind of coming into a knowing, and now you're ready to take action on all that you've realized. So what jumped out for you here is the King of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Three of Spades. In the King of Pentacles, you have become the master of your own finances, whatever they may be. You may not be super rich, but you've become a master at managing your finances and your health, okay? Because Pentacles are a lot about health as well, and knowing, taking good care of yourself. And also, when we reach the King, we've matured in such a way that we know what's right for us now at this point. We know we're not going to just get up and grab anything, go for anything. We're going to be very picky about what it lines up for us, what's right for us, okay? So there's something to do with relationships here. And I feel like there's someone in the past, not just like in the recent past. I think someone that you may have known from the past that has come back into your life, but there's an obstacle for you and this person. I don't think that it's all that you hoped it to be, or you realize you just have differences or something, but there's an obstacle to the success of that relationship. Now, this could be with a love, which I think it is, but it also could be with a family member, friend, or whatever, and it just doesn't have what it used to have, okay? That's kind of the underlying energy. This is where you've transformed. So I feel like you're dealing with two people here in relationship, and I feel like it's love, okay? Doesn't have to be for everybody. But I feel like you were kind of, there's someone from the past, and there's someone new, okay? And or newish. And you were kind of teetering back and forth between these two people. One, which was the Queen of Pentacles, and it doesn't have to be an earth sign, but it could be. See, kind of seemed like your mate, kind of seemed like a perfect match, but there's something missing from that relationship, something kind of disappointing. There's something not quite what you thought it would be. I think you thought it was going to be this golden thing, because you liked them so much before, but now you've grown, you've changed, you're different people, and it's not what you were hoping. It doesn't have the emotion, the passion, the something there. And it's kind of important to you. It's important enough that you are going to make a choice. And I think you're going to choose this Queen of Swords, which could be an air sign, which air signs you really click with, particularly Libra, is really good match for you. but it could be Aquarius or Gemini as well. It doesn't have to be an air sign, but it's someone who's serious, who is, they speak their mind, they speak the truth, they lay it on the table. There's something about that you really like, that really attracts you. And I feel like there's passionate moments between you and this person if it's a love interest. Could be a friend or family member, but I feel like this is a love situation, to tell you the truth. And you're also um, wanting to get more control over your life and the situation. You've kind of let it kind of sway for a bit, not really making a decision, a choice, but recently you've come to a decision where you're making the choice. You're taking action and you're choosing one over the other. I also feel like you not just want to be in control, but want to be, I think you want respect. There's something to do with respect in a situation. You're trying to get control over your finances and where you're going with all that stuff. There was something about the emperor I was thinking about, um, because the emperor kind of runs things. He I don't want to use the word control, but he because I don't always like that word. Sometimes it has a negative connotation, but it's gaining control over your life and your decisions and making things move in the direction that you want them to. You might be juggling finances right now while you're making this transformation, and and till things start to move in the direction that you want to, and you're starting that now. You have quite a few tens here and aces in your reading, and again, that's doorway, that's transformation, that's concluding, finishing one path and beginning another. And you know that it's time. Okay. You're trying to make this as smooth as possible. Someone might be saying hurtful things. Maybe they're hurt because they weren't chosen. They could be causing some minor problems. But you're at a point now, you're really quite confident in what you're doing and what you're feeling. And you're not taking that to heart anymore, like the way you may have in the past. Aries is a leader. That's what I wanted to say. So not only are you Aries, you have the Emperor here, and the Emperor leads. He leads the way. He's not told where to go. He leads the way. He picks the path, okay? And the path that is best for all. And so you're taking control, you're leading here, you're in leadership position, you're not taking things to heart. You know that what you're doing is the right decision for you, and you've decided to be honest, regardless of it might hurt someone's feelings or not. You know that you need to be honest, okay? And that's something you hold of value. You value honesty right now in your life. I also feel like there's something that you need to sacrifice, let go of. Maybe it's a way you used to think or believe, um, a vision you may have had, that you thought was the right path for you. And you need to let that go at this time, because there is another path for you that you're taking. You may feel a bit nervous about this new path because you may not feel like you have total control, like you have everything under control. Like it's because it's new, you're on a bit of a learning curve, okay? And part of this is, like I said, you're taking care of yourself. You're looking for, you're trying to bring more balance into your life. So instead of just work and play, you're trying to bring other things into your life that make you more whole of a person. But like I said, you're moving this new direction slowly, because you may feel a bit vulnerable. You may feel almost a bit shy in a way. I felt like I heard shy kind of thing. And also, when we're doing good things for ourselves, treating ourselves well, taking care of ourselves, sometimes we don't think we're worthy of it. And this is a new thing for you too, to of having value in yourself. Okay. So you're trying to get things just right, just getting the right balance, like getting things just right and committing to them. Okay. But this is a slow process you're going through. You're also becoming a master of thinking ahead, planning, being strategic, using your intellect, because you're a very smart person. And you finally believe that is one thing. I think maybe in the past you didn't, but now you're starting to really believe that, accept that about yourself. You're mastered a lot of things about yourself in this past maybe year, maybe a little bit longer. And it took a while to go through this process for you to heal, mature, grow. And but you're here, you're there now. You're at you're at the top of the hill. You've climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed, and you're finally at the top of the hill, and you can see everything. It's all clear to you now. And so you're on the other side, and the easy part is now, and you're taking it slow. I mean that it's easy compared to the climb up. All right. So I feel like you are heading into not only new relationship, you may have started that already, but a new form of income, how you make your money, how you invest in yourself and your exterior. You It could be you might have to wait a couple of months before this begins, or a month maybe in the new year, perhaps. This is going to begin, and you have to make your money or your whatever you have last until that time. You know that this is coming for you. I feel like also it took you a while to let go of the old thing. You weren't sure if you wanted to stay, if you wanted to go. You've had a lot of decisions to make over this past little while. And I think it's in all areas of your life, to tell you the truth. And there may be other people that want your position, want what you have, and part of you is holding on to it so tight, like, I'll never let this go. You drew your line, and that was it. I'm staying. And then after a while, you're like, is it worth it anymore for me to do this? Because, hi, Kiki. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. But I think there's a change of heart here for you, somewhere along this line, especially once you've decided to stop taking crap from people and stand up, dust yourself off, and begin again. You're on a new journey here. And I think that you're able to let go of this idea that it's all you could ever have. You think, I better hold on to this because this is all I got, and I need it. And maybe at one time you did, but now you're at the top of the mountain. You can see everything. And I think you're able to see a different view, a different idea, different possibilities now for yourself. And so maybe for a while you were unable to act, you weren't able to do anything, you were stuck kind of in a bind. And I think that you've decided, because you're a leader. You're not going to let other forces control how you do things. You lead the way. You're the shining light, and lead you do. All of a sudden, once you decide that you have this change of heart and you decide you're going to try it, give it a go, you take off, you go after this. And I feel like this is something to do with how you make your money, what to do with your security in some way. And I think also you want to be treated fairly. This is at work, this is in relationships, this is in all your dealings of life and with yourself, how you treat yourself. Dogs are the bane of my existence sometimes. But anyway, so I feel like you go off in this new direction, gung ho, full of excitement and full of drive, and you just believe it. You know that this is the right way, the right direction for you to go in. At the end of this cycle, you may not end up with either of these people. You might be single. You might be on your own for a while because you need that time, because you're changing everything. Okay. And it's interesting because you have the world here, and the world is a complete end of a chapter in life. The way you were doing things, where you were doing it, where you were living, who were your friends, all that stuff is you're changing everything and you're on a whole new path, beginning a whole new chapter. Okay. I think this is in relationships and where you're working, how you're making your income, how you're contributing to the world. And I think that you're quite proud of what you've been able to accomplish. You're kind of doing a summing up. This is a summing up and what you've been able to do. And I think you're quite proud considering what you had to do it in the circumstances you had to do it in. You were able to rise above it even though you had to struggle, even though you didn't get along with everybody, even though, it just, if things weren't working out for you in every way, I think you still were able to rise above some of these challenges and complete this cycle. So with the world comes the fool, which is not here, but you have all these aces. Because once you decide, you know what, this is what I'm doing now, then the doors start to open for you. Okay. So in the cartomancy, one of the things I can see is there is job talk here. Okay. There's job talk with possibly two people or you and another person. And this could be an interview, you could be just talking, but I mean, you're discussing possibilities and how you're well suited. I think you're a really good talker. Like, I think that you talk yourself into something here that is something that you're going to enjoy with people that you enjoy it with. Okay. There's a possibility this could be about relationship, but this is in the beginning, right? Someone you're fond of, attracted to, you're trying to work this out. But I have a feeling like, for some of you, it's about relationship. You're talking things out, working things out, and it's about the possibilities. Okay. For some of you, this is about work. Okay, what you're doing, what you want to do. And a big part of that eight of clubs is networking. We start to say to people, I'm really looking for something in this area. I've been a mechanic, or I've been a PSW for 5 years, and I need a change. I need something different. It just doesn't give me the satisfaction of what it used to. So I'm really looking for a new area. These are my skills. And so people, when you talk to people about that, they come back to you and say, hey, I heard they're hiring over there. I heard with your skills, it could even be an employment counselor that you're talking with, your possibilities. But I feel like you're networking, and when you put it out there, it comes back. Okay. So here again, there also could have been some health difficulties that you were dealing with, that you've worked out a health plan, or you're making leaps and strides in what was limiting you. If it was physical, mental, whatever it was, there was something I feel like that could have been limiting you in some way. And I feel that you've worked, because, like I said, you're bringing more balance into your life. You've learned how to take care of yourself now. So if you were a hamburger and fries person every day, you learned that that's just making you sick. You can't just live on this alone. You have to have variety in your life. You have to have fruits and vegetables. You have to have protein to give you the energy to fulfill what you need to do and to make you feel better. And so you are working on that. You're putting time and energy, and it takes hard work and perseverance. It's not just an easy switch. This is, you have to focus on this. Okay, so you're putting some focus into this. um yes, it's true. Well, you know what, Kiki, I got some good advice from a friend. Now, you can do things in moderation. So it doesn't mean you can't ever have a hamburger again. Doesn't mean you can't ever have chocolate or a slice of that apple pie at Christmas, or but it means that you can have a little bit. So a friend of mine said, "Oh, she went to Thanksgiving. There was so many desserts." So she decided to just have a tiny bit of that and a tiny bit of that, like a quarter of a slice instead of a slice of pie. She had that much. And so she was able to try a couple of pieces, and still enjoy what she loved, but not to full on saying, "Oh my God, that's my favorite part. I'm having one of those and one of those and one of those." I'm not having a whole chocolate bar. I'll have a little square. And that tastes so good and I love it. But that's enough for me today. Because if I have a whole chocolate bar, there goes 2 pounds. There, I'm going to be gaining 2 pounds, 5 pounds, who knows what. But the pounds come on, especially if you don't balance that with activity. If you don't get out walking, cycling, swimming, whatever, you need to counteract this stuff. There needs to be something on the other side of this. And that's what the temperance card is all about, balance. So it's not like you can't have something, but then you can't sit around all day and watch football. Go out and have a game of football. Get something to counteract that, what you had. All right. And so this is what you're slowly bringing into your life, right? So, and the three is slowly focusing, slowly working this out into working it into your life. All right. um so I feel like you are going to get more work. I feel like you're ambitious now at this time to move things in the direction you want to, and I think something is going to come back to you. I think this could be a friend. It could be from a younger person, someone younger than you, one of your kids, cousins. I feel like it could be family or a friend, someone you know already. And I think they want to help you. And so they also see this new side to you, this positive side, this yes, I can side to you. And so I feel like these opportunities, or um I think there's something increasing for you here, to help you with this ambition that you're after. All right. It's only looking up. It's only looking up. Because I feel at the actual work site you might be at now, there's something you're just not feeling in it anymore. You might dread going into work. There might be someone who brings you down all the time. You're having doubt about it could be a particular person, your boss, your supervisor, someone you have to work in with in that office or that area, that department, whatever. And also, this person might be a bit of a Debbie Downer. They might say, "Oh, you better not do that. Oh, you're crazy to give this up." And they fill you with doubt. Okay. They fill you with doubt. And so, this is one of the things you're trying to get away from. You want positivity, you want hope. I want to hear about the hope, right? And so, yeah. So, how others are seeing you, they're seeing you move up in the work and how you contribute yourself to the world. You are gaining, oh, I'm going to kill those dogs. You are gaining something here, okay? I feel there's a possible position for you, something better, something that you're more suited for with your skills and experience. I I also feel like yeah, there's talk. I feel like there's money talk here. Like someone could, because I feel like there's a gift coming to you, something that means a lot to you, and I think it's to do with believing in you. They believe in you, and so I feel like you're talking about what you're worth now at this time. Excuse me. Um, And also, I feel like you're hearing what you're worth. You're getting good feedback. I also feel like people are seeing you being more successful at this time. And all it took was these simple choices. They weren't simple to make. They may not been simple to take that first step, but once that ball starts rolling, it rolls, and it becomes easier and easier with each step you take. So, I'm going to tell you that in your love situation, this could be around your home. So, you could be separating from where you live and going to a new place to live. You could be moving in with other people. Moving, I don't know about back home, but I feel like you're separating from where you're actually living or in a relationship. Okay. And this has already happened. This is in the foundation. So this is kind of what starts the ball rolling. Um, and I feel like this could be instigated at a gathering. You could have went to a party or out for dinner, I don't know, to a movie or something like this, and something happened, and you realized that um, you knew just at a moment something happened or was said, and you were like, no, that's it for me. And I don't feel like it's a big negative separation. I feel like you're trying to make it as smooth and as nice as possible, but you realize what's right and what's not right for you. So it's either who you're with or where you're living. Okay. And you're looking at moving into this more positive situation with positive people and people that just fit in with the kind of life you're living now. Okay. But I feel also like this possible opportunity is at this gathering as well. But I really feel like something happens or something said at this, because there's other people around, and you just know the that's it. You just know. You just get this feeling in you. So when you do this separation from this person or this place, things start moving in this positive direction for you. It was what you needed to do, even though it might have been a difficult choice. Because I don't think you really want to hurt anybody, but you don't want to sit and muck either. So, interesting enough, The surprise is that this new door opens. This is also the home card. The Ace of Hearts is the home card, but this is also the physical aspect of the home card. The Ace of Hearts is that emotional aspect of home, feeling comfortable, safe. This is feeling secure, grounded. And so I feel like there is an opportunity definitely for you, especially with the 10 of diamonds. You can afford to make this move now. Um, you feel a lot better. You feel like you're this. And I think there's something about this that is a surprise for you. You may not know about this opportunity right now as I'm telling you. You might think, I don't know of any other place, Lynn. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I feel like this is through a friend or a family member that you get this connection. And I think suddenly it comes up as someone gets in a bind or a situation, or maybe they need money and they need to take on a border or something. And it's the perfect situation for you. Okay. It helps them and it helps you. I think it helps them financially. I'm having a feeling, and something that you can definitely afford at this time. And you're going to be so much more happier because this is a positive environment. Might be right near the gym or the walking trails or nature. Like maybe that's what you really like. And it's bringing in that balance, that other peace that you wanted in your life, you know? It's accessing joy for you, all right? I also feel like there's positive relationships happening for you and around you. But like I said, you may not know about this opportunity right now as I'm speaking to you or when you see this video. This is coming, could be in the new year, but it is right at the right time, because it's funny when we make a decision, when we say, you know what, this isn't working out for me anymore. And I don't know where I'm going. I just know I'm going. Whether you're leaving a job, relationship, where you're living, your circumstance that you're not happy with. And when you finally decide, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I know that I want to leave this. And so you start talking about it. You start putting it out there. You start looking, researching, and an opportunity will present itself for you. Okay. Because you know now that you need change, and it is the time for change. Pluto has just moved into Aquarius. 5 in total planets are moving in November, are changing positions in November. Now, there could be a little bit of a delay, which is why I think you may not know about this opportunity yet because of Mercury retrograde. So, communication, we're thinking, I haven't heard anything. And so the communication or the information could be delayed, but it will come. But I feel like this is really the time. And December is a 3, and a 3 is when there's movement. The 1 is the idea, 2 is the plan, 3 is the movement, when we start to put that plan into action. So there are opportunities coming here for you, and it's because of these tough decisions that you made that could have been tough at the time, but they're going to get easier and easier and easier as this month progresses. Okay. Anyway, so that is it in a nutshell. Every decision you're making that may be difficult when you're going to be happier with it by the end of the month. I'm going to tell you, you're going to be so happy that you made this decision. And for you, it could be long overdue. You're thinking, oh, I should have done this a year ago. I should have done this 6 months ago. I should have done this 2 months ago. It feels like it's long overdue, but actually the timing is perfect. This is the time. It's been culminating. to this time for a lot of people, And like I say, we may not have even known about this opportunity a month ago. We just knew we wanted something different, right? Then all of a sudden, and especially when you start looking, start networking, start talking about it, putting it out there, it comes. It comes, when we ask the universe for it. Universe, I am open to getting a new place, something that feels good, that has a good vibe. I feel a new job, something that I'm excited to go into work. I don't dread it. A new relationship. I'm so ready for love. I've really done a lot of healing. Universe, I'm open to receiving. Da, 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 da. You decide what that da, 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 da is going to be. And it may be all of those things, for you, for many of us, but I can see that it's happening for you because there's some sort of dissatisfaction, something that's not measuring up in some way to what you desire, what you want in your life right now. So you're the one that's making these changes, and you're going to manifest this new outcome. You're getting, you're leading the way, and others are going to see you doing this and saying, did you see what happened to Charlie or Julie or Francis? You know, I'm going to go look on there. I feel like I'm ready for that too. It's and leading the path, creating the light, So the and the thing is you're talking about it like you believe in it because you do now. At one time you didn't, but you do now. Possibilities are endless. Now, especially with Pluto in Aquarius, it, you know, Aquarius is a very spiritual planet sign, or sign, I should say. It's a very spiritual, and it's about giving back, humanitarian, but also cleansing. It's a cleansing. Let's get out all that yuck and bring in something good. It's replenishing, okay? Replenishing with good. And so that's why you're ready for it. It's a huge, making huge steps and to create more happiness and, like I said, belief in something. You believe in it now. You may not have before. We all had a lot of doubt and thinking, oh, the world is gone to hell, and now we can see the wheel turning a little bit, and well, if we want the world to be something wonderful, then we have to put an effort into being wonderful in the world, right? So, anyway, Aries, I hope this helps you in the month of December. I'm very excited for these beautiful, wonderful changes, especially in your healing. And I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, and also Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are celebrating it this weekend. And I will talk to you before the new year. And I really hope this is a smooth season for you. Take it easy, be kind to yourself. All right. Take care. I love you. Thanks for joining me today, Kiki. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye, my darlings.